There's a game that reportedly cost more than GTA 5, Call of Duty, and Red Dead Redemption combined. 11 years in development, Ubisoft called it a quadruple A video game, and they said this was the next big thing. And it has only 400 players. This is the story of Skull and Bones, Ubisoft's biggest flop. Let me tell you about a quadruple A video game. It's not a real thing. It's not an industry term. It's not a rating system. It was just Ubisoft trying to sound fancy after reportedly spending $650 million on a game that's just about ships. AAA was good, but quadruple A is even better. And that's what they said on stage. They stood in front of all these investors and said, this is our quadruple A game. This is what happens when you spend way too much money. But truly what it meant was, it just means we have no idea what we're doing anymore. It means we spent 11 years and can't admit that we failed. It means we're desperate to make this sound special. Here's the thing about Skull and Bones that nobody talks about. It started as a DLC, literally bonus content for Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Also a great game, by the way. But just some ship combat, online selling, just extra stuff you could buy for $10. But Ubisoft Singapore got obsessed with it. They kept working on it after Black Flag shipped. They kept expanding it and they kept making it bigger. They kept delaying it. Let me tell you this, 11 years, are you ready? 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 11 years for a pirate ship game. Think about that. 11 years just for selling. There's no substance, just selling around. By the time it launched, half the developers had quit, and the other half were embarrassed of it, and Ubisoft was still calling it a quadruple A game like nobody's ever seen. I'm not kidding when I say this. This game was just about ships. You spawn as a ship, you sail around, you fight other ships, you grind for resources, you upgrade your ship, you sail more, you fight more ships, you grind more. That's the entire game. There's no characters you can walk around as. You can't explore islands on foot. You can't talk to NPCs. You can't do anything except sail. You are the ship. Okay, I may have went a little aggressive on the script writing. There are you can walk around in the game, but I'm telling you, it's not like you think it is. It is strictly the game progresses and everything evolves within the ship. Nothing else. It's more like menus and social interactions to be walking around. It's like Black Flag, but if you stripped almost every other good thing about the game. One person did say, I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect to be a boat. I mean, that's kind of stupid. Another wrote, this is the most boring thing I've ever paid $70 for. That's the thing. It's not that it's bad or necessarily it's boring, and it was $70 freaking dollars. And the grinding system was also boring. You need wood to upgrade your ship. You need steel to upgrade your ship. You need cloth to upgrade your ship. You need coins to upgrade your ship. You get it. Where do you get these things? You farm them. You sell to a location. You grind resources. You go back to town. You upgrade. You sell again. You farm again. You upgrade again. It's a mobile game. Guys, it's a $70 mobile game. But it reportedly cost $650 million to make. I'm delusional. I'm the wrong one. Ubisoft, you win. Here's the real problem with Skull and Bones. Ubisoft, like I said, reportedly spent $650 to $850 million on it. Let me say it again, $850 million. That's not a typo, I don't think I messed this up, and it's not a stretch, it's what insider reports claim it is. GTA 5, though it was pretty much 10 years before, cost $265 million to make. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 cost $250 million to make. And Red Dead Redemption cost $500 million to make. Skull and Bones reportedly cost more than all of them combined. I don't know if that's true. And you know what? GTA 5 made $800 million of that money back in 24 hours. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, remember 2, not the first one, made $1 billion in 3 days. And Red Dead Redemption 2 made $725 million in 1 weekend. Skull and Bones made, 850,000 people played it in the first week. Most were the free trial run, but most never came back. By month 2, player count dropped 90%, and by month 6, it was down another 5%. And now, 18 months later, Skull and Bones averages 350 to 400 concurrent players on Steam. 400 players for a game that maybe have cost $650 million. 400 players. That is not a slow decline. That is a drop. Why did it fail so hard? Let me be honest. First, Ubisoft made a game about sailing. Not exploring, not adventure, not piracy, just sailing. Back and forth on water for hours. What's the fun in sailing? I mean, let's be honest, nothing. There's no fun in that. There's nothing fun about that. Second, the gameplay was mobile game grind. Farm resources, upgrade ship, farm more, upgrade more, repeat. That's not a quadruple A game, and that's not even a triple A game. That's a mobile game, okay? There's nothing special about that. You could make this game for $10 million, and it would be exactly as fun as spending anything more than that. But Ubisoft did the classic, more money equals better game, right? Well, it doesn't. Third, it launched at $70. For a game that's just selling, for a game that's boring, for a game that's just about a ship, nobody wanted to pay that. Especially not for a live service game nobody asked for. Again, with these live service games, man. And fourth, nobody wanted another live service game. Yes, Ubisoft made it live service. They made it grindy, they made it expensive, and they made it wrong. 2024 was the year people got tired of live service, and Ubisoft released a live service game that was just grinding. That's not a mistake, it's hubris. This game is reportedly contributing to Ubisoft's struggles. The losses of Skull and Bones are said to be the main reason Ubisoft is struggling right now. Not Star Wars Outlaws, not Assassin's Creed Shadows, Skull and Bones. $650 million gone, reportedly, and they're unlikely to ever recoup. Maybe. Ubisoft stock has been declining since. They started laying off employees, they started canceling projects, and they started selling studios. They started looking for a buyer. Insiders say all because of one game. One game that took 11 years to make, one game that reportedly cost that much, and one game that's just about ships. And the worst part? Ubisoft doesn't even mention it anymore, and they barely do. They stopped posting about it, they stopped making seasonal updates, they stopped making future content, they stopped caring. They're just moving on, right? Because it sucks. What happened to the people that worked on it? Like I always say, some of them quit, some of them got laid off, some of them are embarrassed to even say they worked on it. One developer who worked on Skull and Bones for 6 years quit Ubisoft and said, "I stayed less than a year after it launched. I couldn't watch it fail." 11 years of developers' lives wasted on a game that's just about ships. And the people that bought it, they wasted their money, they played for 10 hours, they got bored, and they quit. Majority. The game launched at $70, it dropped to $40 within months, and right now you can go and it's on sale for $20. Nobody's buying it, nobody's playing it, nobody's talking about it. It's just a dead game with 400 players. And those 400 players, they're probably bots. It's kind of rude to say, let me not say that. So, was Skull and Bones a quadruple A game? No. That's a marketing joke, a desperate attempt to make people think this was special, and a way to justify reportedly spending $650 million on a game that's just about boats. Skull and Bones wasn't that, it was a fail, it was a disaster, and it was a mistake. It's still remembered as recently one of the biggest gaming failures of the modern time. Not because it was broken, not because it was buggy, but because it promised one thing and delivered something completely different. The promise was this big, giant expansion of a pirate universe, and in reality, it was just another flop. And then Ubisoft just walked away. This wasn't quadruple A. This was a quadrupled fail, over and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Ubisoft is still paying for it. Skull and Bones is pretty much a lie, and left Ubisoft struggling in the process. This is the biggest Ubisoft flop ever. 11 years, $650 million, 400 players. That is not a success story. That is a fail.